Center in downtown Houston. FSN Houston presents Rockets basketball. And tonight the Rockets taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. Hi everybody, I'm Bill Worrell. Good to have you with us. The Rockets playing the Trail Blazers for the third time this season. The Rockets have won the first two meetings. So this game is very important because the Rockets would win the tiebreaker if they win here tonight. And they're only a full game ahead of Portland in the battle for that 8th playoff spot in the Western Conference. Now, when these two teams played last time, the Rockets held Portland to 29 points. Rockets have won 10 out of 11, Clyde, but Portland won 13 in a row back in December.
Well, they hit their stride. This is the team that really wasn't supposed to do very well. The #1 pick in the draft last season, the big guy, Greg Oden, the 7-footer, was supposed to take this franchise to new heights. Well, lo and behold, he could not perform this season because of a knee injury. But this young Trailblazer team has exceeded all expectations.
Well, especially Brandon Roy, and he'll be the young guy the Rockets will be trying to stop. He's missed the last two games. They lost the last two games.
You wonder why? This guy is the franchise. He is the backbone along with LaMarcus Aldridge. He's their leader. He's as smooth as they come. There he is knocking down the open three in transition. He can finish strong with anybody. Brandon Roy can elevate. He is one of the premier players in this league.
And Shane Battier does a pretty good job on him, too, just to hold him to about 20 points a game. Luis Scola, since he entered the starting lineup, the Rockets have not lost a game. He'll be matched up with LaMarcus Aldridge. These are two of the best young players in the league.
Two of the best young players, as you said. Look at the numbers. Scola's numbers are smaller because he's a starter later. He's on the bench for the first half of the season. But this will be the matchup to watch. These guys go at it. Check out Scola. Giving him everything. Nice turnaround jumper, Luis Scola. On the other, there he is knocking down another wide open jumper, showing he has a perimeter game. On the other hand, you got LaMarcus Aldridge. This is what he does. Back you down, the turnaround jumper is devastating. He's got great elevation. He's long, he's 6'11", and he really is one of the best athletes at the power forward position.
Time for the Toyota keys to the game.
Well, the Rockets have got to get back in transition defense. They got to get it to Yao early and often. And they got to dominate the defensive boards because this team is very athletic.
So the Rockets and the Portland Trail Blazers, and that tiebreaker is awfully big when all of these teams are bunched together. Rockets will be out to win their 11th in 12 games, and we'll be back with a tip-off in just a moment on FSN Houston. Again, everybody, and welcome back to downtown Houston. We're just about ready to go. The Rockets and the Portland Trail Blazers. Let's set up tonight's Southwest Airlines starting lineups for Portland. Martell Webster, LaMarcus Aldridge, Joel Prisbilla, Brandon Roy, and Steve Blake. For the Houston Rockets, it'll be Shane Battier, Luis Scola, Yao Ming, Tracy McGrady, and Rafer Alston. So the Rockets have won 6 games in a row, going for lucky number 7 here tonight. But Portland won 13 in a row back in December. Rockets will have a tough one against the Portland Trail Blazers coming up next. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back to Toyota Center. We're just about ready to go. Let's go courtside. And Bart Ennis.
Well, Bill, the main thing we've seen from the Rockets during the winning streak is great team basketball, and that shows up in a lot of different statistics. But how about the assist totals, where 2 games ago they had 29 assists, then against Atlanta they had 32, and that brings us to our Geico quote of the game from head coach Rick Adelman talking about his team's unselfish play.
We just have moved the ball very well. I think we're moving, we're seeing what's there. We're not keeping it on one side of the court. We're looking to swing the ball a lot more. Player movement and ball movement.
And you know what, Bill? They're playing great team defense, too. They're holding opponents to an average about 93 points a game. That's 4th best in the league. They're 2nd best in the league in field goal percentage defense. So that unselfish play is paying dividends at both ends of the court.
So it's Rick Adelman, who had some of his best years coaching at Portland. In fact, He coached the great Clyde Drexler, our Hall of Famer that's sitting next to me, and he was a pretty good coach, wasn't he, Clyde?
Darn good coach, and I'm sure, it's funny how the game changes. Everything goes full circle. Rick and I were in Portland for 11 and a half seasons, and we had a great time there. Now we're both here with the Rockets, and let me tell you something, life is good.
And Nate McMillan played against you guys, but he was a Seattle Sonic. And then after his playing days, one of the best defensive players, by the way, in NBA history, he coached the Seattle Sonics and had a little disagreement with ownership, moved down to Portland, and now he's bringing the Blazers back, and it looked like a pretty good job move for him.
Very good job move. I think Nate McMillan is one of the premier coaches in the league. He's doing a wonderful job with this young Trailblazer team. When they get the big boy back next year, Greg Oden, Nate is going to be one happy man.
Blazers win the tip, and Brandon Roy will be starting tonight. He missed the last couple of games for Portland because of a death in his family, and they lost both of those games. So now they trail the Houston Rockets in the battle for that 9th spot, not even the 8th spot. And there's LaMarcus Aldridge. What makes him so tough, he's 6'11". He's pretty good with his back to the basket, but he can square up and play outside, too.
Yeah, he's got those long arms. He just elevates over the top of you. Good athlete as well.
Battier been a little more offensive-minded lately. Yao from the outside, way off the mark. And they're going to say it touched the rim, so they get him a fresh 24. Rockets don't have to rush as much. And Scola with a hook for 2. Scola has been on a real offensive improvement since he moved into that starting lineup.
Which I thought he should have been in long before they put him in. But Rick Adelman made the decision. He stuck to it. And Scola is paying huge dividends.
Battier again having to pick up the other team's best scorer, and that's Brandon Roy. Look how easy he moves. He really doesn't look like he's in a rush.
Oh, no, he's smooth as butter.
Yeah, he really is.
Gets it done. He's a really deceptively quick and great athlete, really.
And deserves his all-star appearance. Shanghai Shake baseline.
And you can't stop that.
Nope.
They're going to have to double the Great Wall. Pritzville is a little undersized and underweight.
Rockets did a good job of beating Portland inside in their last matchup. Came back. And there's a basket by Aldridge and a whistle.
How often do you see the sky hook in today's game? Taking a page out of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Good Aldridge. Look at him, just bounding, going straight right. The sky hook. Let me tell you something. If he develops that, that's going to be a potent weapon.
So we have an injury timeout. Yao Ming is bleeding on the elbow, so Keith Jones is fixing him up. And so there'll be a 30-second timeout here while Yao, and it looks like Yao's elbow's bleeding because he caught it on the tooth of Joel Przybilla. So apparently Yao's elbow found the mouth of Joel Przybilla.
And if you're going to get the short end of that, I'd rather have my elbow bleeding.
Blazers have hit their first 3 shots. The Rockets are 2 of 3. Make it 3 of 4. A 3-pointer for Shane Battier. So this game off to a good start.
Both teams executing their offense to a T and making the open shots.
Martell Webster. And good defense by Battier. Aldridge from way outside with the miss. Tipped inside and finally in the hands of Shane Battier. Battier's been looking for his shot more in the last couple of weeks, and it's really helped the Rockets.
Yes, it really is the way he should play all the time. Nice
save by Rafer Alston. Rafer from way downtown, in and out.
Portland runs their little high pick and roll quite often for Brandon Roy, so he can create off the dribble.
There's a miss again, and the rebound, Scola. Now moving, has it inside. Aldridge has got him. Yao with the jump ball, too.
The great wall, just too skilled up. The jump hook.
One of your keys was get it involved, get it inside early, and he's so much bigger.
Early and often, because they cannot stop him unless they double.
And the charge as Scola hits his body in front of his man. Joe Przybilla will come back into the game now, and Fry will go out. Aldridge says, hurry and get back in here, Joel. I'm tired of guarding Yao already. The officials for tonight's game, a veteran crew of Jim Clark and David Jones, and then the youngster John Goebel. Clark, Jones, and Goebel, the officials for tonight's game. Battier floats it up, goaltending on Przybilla. He averages just over a block a game, and that wasn't one of them.
What a great play by the Rockets. A little curl off Yao Ming by Battier for the easy layup.
7-0 run by Houston. And a long two-pointer for Martell Webster. The young man came straight out of high school, and he is finally playing up to his promise of what they thought he would be. McGrady from the outside for another two. And the Rockets have hit 6 of their first 8 shot attempts. And Portland is 4 for 6. Webster with a miss, and Scola cleans it up.
Well, Martell Webster's been a starter for most of the season, but Nate McMillan has the ability to take people in and out of his starting lineup because he has so much depth.
Well, Martell Webster's in there for just that reason, is to try to stay with Tracy McGrady.
Whoa.
Traveling is called.
That was right in front of the official.
Yeah, you want to do that on the other side.
Absolutely. Take it. Take another step or another dribble. I think he was anticipating Battier to come off the pick a little bit earlier.
Brandon Roy, Przybilla will have it looking down on the baseline. Steve Blake has really done a great job this year, and especially shooting the three-pointers. He misses there, tipped up in the air by Aldridge, keeping it alive in a fresh 24. Both of these teams are pretty good offensive rebounding teams. Martell Webster with a 3 from the outside. Now he's 6'7", very athletic.
Averages 10.5 points a game. Can shoot the 3 now.
He's only 22 years old.
Shooting 40% from three-point land. You got to guard it.
McGrady short on the shot. Martell Webster, another one of those Seattle prep stars. They have had a ton of players come out of Seattle in the last, 7 or 8 years?
Yes, they have. A lot of guys coming out of high school, going right to the NBA. Of course, that's not allowed the last couple of years.
Of course, Aaron Brooks is one of those. Aldridge to the basket for the slam.
Scola's got to stay down. Don't go for that pump fake.
After a 9-2 run by Houston, a 7-2 run by Portland to tie it up at 13. We played halfway through the first quarter. McGrady with a 3, in and out. Rebound by the Blazers. Martell Webster again. This time he misses. Yao with the rebound inside of Przybilla. Steve Blake gets back on defense for the deflection and the steal. And Roy floats it inside, missed it. Yao is there to make him change the shot. Another one of those almost blocks by Yao. He doesn't get credit for a block, but he changes the shot enough for the miss.
Call it intimidation. Brandon Roy going to the basket kind of reminds me of Chris Mullin.
Yeah, and Luis Scola from the outside. Scola with 4, 5 for Battier, 4 for Yao, and 2 for McGrady. Rockets off to a good, well-balanced shooting game. Aldridge, up taller than Scola, turns, fires, misses. Not as tough as Scola, but taller. And a loose ball foul is called on Yao Ming.
Of course, Aldridge is a former UT star, so we've seen a lot of him.
Yeah, we had the Aggies out to see A.C. Law a couple of nights ago, and now the Longhorns out to see Aldridge. The rest of us are out to see the Rockets. Some good scoring and shooting in this game to start out with. The Rockets are 7 of 11 for 64%. They've assisted on 5 of their 7 baskets. And Portland 46% shooting.
Hey, Bill, this is Bull from up in the perch up here.
Yeah.
Did Bart just talk about that same puzzle he was working on from last game?
No, I
hope he's not still doing the same puzzle.
I took it home, and my kids solved it in about 30 seconds.
See?
Yeah.
Attaboy, Bart. I knew you could do it.
When in doubt, you got to be able to make that call of bringing the subs, right?
That's right. And Bart's very smart about that.
Got to delegate.
In fact, his kids have solved a few of my puzzles. Anybody that can work on a computer can help me. Austin with the miss.
He says anybody.
Yeah, those kids now, they can find anything.
Yeah, they're so good at it.
Aldridge will shoot it over Yao and miss. Prisbilla. And Battier knocks it away. And Scola with the hustle.
Tell you what, you got Battier and Scola, who are hustlers on defense. Night in and night out, I give those guys a lot of credit. They give you everything they have.
Brandon Roy waiting for a pick. Back to Aldridge, and Scola picks him up. Good helping defense. Now Roy giving it up to Aldridge. Aldridge faded back, and Prisbilla tips it in. Now, when Yao comes over to help, Scola's got to get a body on Prisbilla.
Never got back in front of Prisbilla. Prisbilla's a big body. He did a great job of shielding Scola away from the basket.
2 rebounds by Prisbilla on the offensive end, and there's a foul by Martell Webster as Scola got free for a layup.
It's just a great pass from Yao Ming out of the double team.
What happens when you make a great pass, the guy is fouled? Should you get a half an assist?
No, you know, that's one of the things that I always thought that assists were, if a guy actually gets 8, he probably should have had like 12. Because quite often you'll give a guy a point-blank layup, and they'll foul it because, you know, you got to make him earn it in the NBA.
Yeah.
So if you get 8, you probably should have had 12 or 13 assists.
Scola gets 1 out of 2, and Travis Outlaw is checked into the game. Boy, talk about explosive. 6'9" out of Starkville High School in Mississippi, and Travis Outlaw here in his 4th NBA campaign is emerging as quite a player. Traveling on Joel Prisbilla.
Yes, he is. He's another one of those young Blazers who came out of high school, who's now starting to fulfill his potential. And Nate McMillan has done an awesome job of bringing those guys along.
That's right, and they were drafted for the reason to try to develop them. They weren't ready to play right away, but now they're blending in nicely.
Oh, yeah, and next year, ooh, their future is extremely bright.
Future's pretty good right now. There's a strip by Brandon Roy. 3-on-2 fast break. Steve Blake to the basket for 2. And the Blazers go on top by a point.
Well, they doubled Yao and they tripled him, and Yao never saw it coming on the last play.
They've done a pretty good job on Yao Ming in the first 2 games. Held him below his average. McGrady. Now Aldridge is stuck on McGrady. So McGrady shoots the jumper, and Aldridge did a good job getting a hand in his face. Blake with a rebound. Up ahead to Aldridge. Look at him run the court.
Well, he is a deer, and that's why a lot of people in this league think he will be the premier power forward in literally no time at all. He plays hard. He knows how to play.
Yeah, Rick Brewer loved him at Texas and said he was really coming on strong. And there's a coming around the side, a steal by Brandon Roy again. Sets up Steve Blake, who is a very good 3-point shooter. Right now, Prisbilla just entering your picture. He was down on the other end, and Brandon Roy with the jumper, and now the Portland Trail Blazers are on an 8-1 run and have taken a 5-point lead.
You knew Roy was going to shoot that. He had Rayford Austin guarding him, which is a huge advantage for Brandon Roy.
Yeah, I said Rick Brewer. I meant Rick Barnes in Texas, who's done a wonderful job with that program. And
oh, yes, he has.
I think Rick was kind of hoping that Aldridge would stay 1 more year, but come out and play very well. There's Scola in and out, tough luck shot. Blake misses on the jumper, and T-Mac tips it to himself.
The Rockets need to settle down, get something, use their strength, get it inside, Good plan for the perimeter game.
Grady with the miss. Now had it tipped away by Aldridge. Up ahead. And slam dunk by Travis Outlaw.
That was one of the keys to the game. Keep this team out of transition. They're too young, too athletic.
10-1 run by the Blazers. 7-point lead by Portland. Rafer from the top, and he hits. And that's the first basket of the game for Rafer Alston. They're going to play off him until he can hit that shot.
All night.
Everybody now has scored for the Rockets. Same thing for Portland. We have a timeout. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and the Blazers with the lead.
Welcome back to Toyota Center. Trailblazers have taken a 5-point lead over the Rockets as we come close to the end of the first period. Bill, back over to you.
All right, Bart, thank you. Carl Landry has checked into the game, along with Bonzi Wells, as Yao Ming will sit down, he and Battier. In that game in Portland, it's kind of a coming out party for Landry. He had 12 points in that game and 8 rebounds, all coming in the second half.
And that's when the Rockets really just took off and dominated the second half of that game.
His athleticism. There's Brandon Roy taking it to the basket and draws the foul. What we were talking about the last game in Portland is Landry did a lot of damage inside and also with that jumper from the outside.
Well, he kind of caught him by surprise, and Carl Landry, he just showed up and showed him what he's all about. He's saying, you better guard me. I'm not Chuck Hayes.
You know, he has really emerged now, and it gives the Rockets almost a new player after the All-Star break. It's almost like he made a deal.
Yeah. Probably 2 new players, Scola as well.
Yeah, Brandon Roy gets 1 out of 2. It's 24-18. Rafer matched up with Sergio Rodriguez out of Spain.
The Blazers are also high on Rodriguez, another young player.
Got one waiting in Europe, too. There's Scola from the outside, and he pulled up a little short on it. Now Portland can go for the final shot. Bonzi is on Brandon Roy.
That's a good matchup. Brandon will try to take him off the dribble. They just go 1-4 flat.
With a miss, and almost a tip in by Fry, and didn't quite get it off in time. Well, Portland ended the quarter on an 11-3 run the last 5 minutes. Rockets made only one of their last 7 shots. 24-18 after the first 12.
Portland leading the Rockets 24-18 here at Toyota Center after 1 period. $150 million, that's Matt Bullard money, Bill.
Oh, yeah. That's not enough for Bullard. Come on.
$150 million would buy the kind of cookies that my wife sent for Kevin and I to have while you guys are working.
She didn't send me any? Oh, she knows I'm on a diet.
With some expensive cookies.
There's some good cookies we're having up here. Sorry you guys didn't have any. I know you have to work.
Aaron Brooks has checked into the game now along with Chuck Hayes. Garrett Jack on McGrady. 4 seconds down to 3. Aaron Brooks puts it up to Hayes. He missed the layup. Goes up and gets it. Stayed with it. The Chuck wagon.
Yeah, I think Chuck has got to flush that first one. He stayed with it. He finished it.
A little off balance.
Yeah, you can't miss layups in this league.
Garrett Jack taking it down to Aldridge. Aldridge and Hayes. Hayes going to stay right with him. Rodriguez on the drive with the left hand, and he missed it. And a steal as Hayes has it taken away. Aldridge with the jump hook for 2.
Oh, he is so smooth on that low block. Jump hook, he just elevates it. It's almost effortless.
10 points already. And you know LaMarcus wants to have a good game in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Probably got some people came down the road from the UT to watch him play here tonight.
Probably needed at least 30 tickets.
In the corner to Bonzi Wells. Bonzi hits a long 2.
You know, the Trailblazers are Bonzi Wells' former team, and you always want to play well against your former team.
Yeah. Had some good years in Portland.
Very good years. Yes, he did.
Jarrett Jack. And McGrady with a rebound. T-Mac to Bonzi. Bonzi working on Channing Frye. A couple of bounces on that rim. Gave Portland a chance to reset. Rodriguez now will bring it up. A lot of good Spanish players playing in this league right now, and that's a 2-pointer.
Yes, it is.
Jarrett Jack.
When they talk about the NBA going global, well, this is truly something in the making. I envision maybe having a European faction of the NBA one day in the near future.
Yeah. Aaron Brooks takes it inside and draws the foul from Channing Frye. Frye came over from New York in that trade in the offseason. 6'11", 248 out of Arizona. He's still growing, and don't forget him. He's a pretty nice player, too.
Very nice and young. And the Trailblazers have made some great acquisitions. Channing Frye is a good young big man with skills.
Yeah.
Like Prince Avila, like LaMarcus Aldridge, when they get Greg Oden, they're going to be set at that position for many, many years. Aaron Brooks trying to show the folks back in Oregon that, hey, guys, you know, I can play.
Yeah. Oh, they know that.
They know, but you always want them to see you play well on the next level.
Rodriguez comes back outside, one of 4 Spanish players in the NBA. Sergio with Paul Gasol, Jose Calderon, and Jorge Garbajosa. There's T-Mac trying a 3 and missing. So Tracy McGrady off to a 1-for-6 start in this game.
I think McGrady's got to take the ball to the basket. Be a little bit more aggressive.
Seconds on the shot clock. Jarrett Jack on the drive, got it inside, rolls across the iron, won't go down. 6-point lead by the Trailblazers. Two guys posted up the same area. The double team on T-Mac.
Spacing is a little off.
Brooks with a 3. Well, that double team on T-Mac, the Rockets moved it around until Aaron got a good look.
Well, they won't be leaving Aaron Brooks like they leave Rafer Alston. Aaron Brooks will make them pay.
Rodriguez making Brooks pay.
Yes, he is. He's going right at it. Rodriguez is a nice player.
Brooks played high school ball in Seattle and, of course, starred at the University of Oregon. So he knows this is being televised back. Some of his college players inside. And the ball is blocked. McGrady gets it back. Sets up Landry for the slam.
And the Rockets dominating points in the paint at 22-8. You saw the graphic. And that's what they're going to have to do against this young Blazer team.
Timeout taken by
Blazers
Portland.
are dominating.
Yeah. Portland with the timeout. 7:38 left to play in the second quarter. And the Blazers lead by 3.
Portland leading the Rockets by 3 here in the middle of the second period.
Well, they're the Rockets. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. And they're 5.5 out of the first playoff spot in the Western Conference, but still not in the top 8.
But they're doing exactly what they should be doing to get back into the picture.
Tied with Golden State, but Golden State has the tiebreaker right now, 2-1.
31 games left, not including this one tonight. And anything can happen. If they continue on this road, I really like what I see from the Houston Rockets.
Well, that's why the tiebreaker is so big, especially in this game tonight. The Rockets can go ahead and win the season series against Portland, so that would give them the tiebreaker. Channing Frye just walked it inside. You got a 6'11", you got 2 6'11" guys down there and low.
And both very athletic and very long.
Rockets have a 6'7" and a 6'9" guy down there. Well, here comes the 7'6" guy.
The equalizer.
Shane Battier in the game for Tracy McGrady. And he missed the shot. Marcus Aldridge works on Chuck Hayes. Just too big for Chuck.
Too big, too skilled up. They're going to have to bring help if they continue to try to exploit that matchup.
12 points for Aldridge. Brandon Roy gets the loose ball. He's fouled going inside, and he'll shoot two. Scola and Yao coming to the rescue. So Chuck Hayes and Carl Landry will check out of the game. And a timeout charge to the Rockets. 6.5 left to play here in the second quarter. And the Blazers have been in charge most of the way. 36-29, Trailblazers leading, 6.5 left. Don't forget the Rockets have one more game before the All-Star break, and it will be against the Sacramento Kings. And that will be Wednesday night. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock with our pregame show. And don't let that record by the Kings fool you. They've got their full complement of players back now, and they are playing outstanding basketball. Mike Bibby, who missed all of the first half of the season, is back, and he'll be along with Kelvin Martin, may be the best, one of the best backcourts in basketball.
Maybe the most underrated for sure, and new head coach Reggie Theus has got that team believing in themselves.
Brandon Roy will be at the free throw line. Points in the paint so far in this game. Portland 24-8. And that's an area where the Rockets have to be a little concerned.
That's where they usually dominate, especially with Yao Ming, the best center in the league. That's their forte.
Portland averages only 30 points in the paint a game. They've got 24 already. And it's 37-29.
Trying to trap Aaron Brooks, and I don't know if that's a good idea.
And a blocking foul, count the basket. And Bonzi is fouled by Joel Prisbilla. No, it's not a good idea.
Aaron Brooks is the quickest player in the game, and you try to trap him, you better come quick. Look, 3 guys around him, which leaves somebody open, and Bonzi Wells takes advantage of it.
Even my bad math. If you've got 3-on-1, somebody's open, right?
Got to be open.
There's Bonzi getting the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Bonzi with 5 points, and he continues his good play off the bench. Five-point game. Travis Outlaw gets the ball, picked up by Bonzi Wells. Outlaw, tough shot. Boy, Bonzi was all over him.
Great defense, but Outlaw, one of those young athletic guys, 6'9", just elevates over the top of the defender.
Looking to Yao Ming, Prisbilla right behind him. Yao turns, Shanghai shake baseline.
That was great patience by Yao Ming to check the defense and see what they were going to do. Are you going to double me or you're not? And they didn't. He made a pay.
Oh, that field goal was good by Brandon Royce. Beautiful little drop kick.
He drop kicked it right out of bounds. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back.
Scola gives it up to Brooks. Picked up by Aldridge. Mismatch somewhere. Yao down the baseline, fouled by Prisbilla again. And that's number 2. 2 quick fouls on Joel Prisbilla.
Hey, Bill and Clyde, that play we just saw, the Rockets ran twice in a row. Yao was able to score on it the previous possession. Rockets came right back to it. Now, in the first quarter, the Blazers were doubling Yao from the baseline. This time they're looking to come from the top, and that's what's giving Yao that baseline move.
And Yao's doing a wonderful job, Matt, of looking at the defense, checking them, and taking advantage of how they're playing it. He's aware of it.
That's all part of that CD stuff. Carol Dawson, he taught Akeem all those big man moves, and Yao learned some of that this summer. The first thing you do when you catch the ball in the post is you take a look and see where that defense is coming from.
That's the old Guy Lewis trainer thought. of training the big man. Check the defense.
All right, Yao gets 1 out of 2. Steve Blake is back in the game. Aaron Brooks will pick him up. Battier chasing Brandon Roy again. Aldridge shooting. Bonzi with the rebound. Yao came out a little bit on him that time. 4-point game. Bonzi to Yao. Aldridge now has Yao Ming. Aaron Brooks gives it right back to him again. Jump hook baseline. That's some more of that CD stuff.
More CD stuff. Yao is just picking them apart. If you're not going to double him, it's going to be an easy night for the Great Wall.
39-37 now. The Rockets within 2. Brandon Roy. That's what makes him so tough. He has range all the way out to the 3-point line, and he may be one of the better drivers in the league, getting to the basket.
They created the mismatch where Yao had to guard him.
And that'll be Houston's ball. Good hustle by Aaron Brooks. He lost the ball, but he stayed after it.
He dribbled right into the pocket of their defense. And when you get in there, they're going to be, everyone's going to hit you on the arm at least twice.
Yeah, you don't want to dribble into 3 guys. And Rafer Alston will come back in for Aaron Brooks. So good minutes for Aaron. 8 minutes. He had 5 points and 2 assists. That's productive.
Very. Got the Rockets back into this game.
And no turnover. 5 seconds. Ball tips away from Yao. Knocked out of bounds by Scola. It'll be Battier, Bonzi, Rafer Alston, Scola, and Yao.
Blake, excuse me, Yao had it pinned, but the ball, it arrived a little bit too late.
Battier chasing Brandon Roy through about 4 or 5 picks. Aldridge, all deflected. And that will be a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Rockets.
Well, the defense is good tonight. Their offense, they're just not making shots so far here in the first half. Even though they're shooting 50%, the Blazers are shooting 54.
Rafer going to Yao. He's got Channing Frye on him, and he threw it right to Brandon Roy. That's his 3rd steal of the game. He falls down, keeps his dribble alive. Looked like Curly Neal, didn't he?
The Globetrotter imitation.
There's a timeout taken by Portland with 3:19 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. And the Rockets trailing by 4. 41-37, Trailblazers leading as we got some good quarterbacks in the house. Talking about the one on the right. Let's go to the bullseye.
Well, we're going to talk about Aaron Brooks running the quarterback play here for Yao Ming in the post. There's Yao in the post. Now Bonzi's going to feed Yao, and then watch how Shane cuts along the baseline, and Bonzi cuts kind of high to clear out that side. Go ahead and let Yao get the ball in the post. There goes the cutters. Let them cut. Let the cutters cut. And then Aaron Brooks is going to come fill this in right here now. Stop it right here. As Aaron Brooks comes in, let the ball come a little bit farther. Let Aaron catch it. Now stop it. See, Blake's got to guard Aaron Brooks because he's a 3-point threat. So as the ball goes back into Yao, the double teamer comes from this side. So he's going to come high. In the first quarter, they were coming from the baseline side. But as he comes high, Yao can see him. And Yao decides to turn baseline and get that jump hook. That's the difference between the first quarter and the second quarter on Yao's post-up.
Yeah, that's right, Matt, because with Rafer out there, Blake was able to go down to Yao a little quicker.
Had 3 guys on him then. But with Aaron Brooks in the game, it's a little bit different dynamic.
There's Aldridge. He's been hot. This time he misses, and the rebound goes back to Portland again.
They're just so athletic. You got to keep them off the boards.
Channing Frye.
Ooh, that was ugly.
Just inside the 3-point line for that 6'11" Channing Frye.
He's got good range, but I'm sure he'd like to have that one back.
Scola is open. Scola hits. Well, they just run off and leave him.
Yeah, he's got to prove to them that he can make that shot consistently.
Well, he's doing it tonight. He's 3 for 5 from the field. He has 7 points. 41-39. Comes out.
Bill, the reason why they're leaving Scola so open is they've got to come double off somebody. And their game plan is to double off the power forward. That's why the power forward spot is so important on this Rockets offense.
Yeah, he's got to hit that shot, doesn't he?
You got to make it to keep the defense honest. That's why this 6-0 trying to go 7-0 with Scola starting.
Rafer with a turnover. Tracy McGrady will check back in for the final 2:09 of the quarter. And Bonzi Wells will go out. Good minutes for Bonzi. 11 minutes, 5 points. Post on top. And Aldridge hits.
See, that's not fair for Yao to have to defend the pick and roll because he's got to help Rafer with Blake. And that leaves his guy wide open. And he's a pretty good shooter from out there.
Aldridge has taken 14 shots. He's made 7 for 14 points. Scola to the middle. Ball away, won't go. Yao with the rebound, holds it high and puts it back in. Yao Ming with 11 points. 43-41 Blazers.
Right back to it. High pick and roll.
Oh, it just went in and came out. Emack. Down into Yao, deep, and he's fouled. Going for the shot. He'll shoot 2. They just grabbed him.
Channing Frye doesn't weigh enough to keep Yao from pinning him underneath the basket.
That's right.
So that was a good foul. That was a point-blank layup for Yao. Look at the great feed from Rafer Alston. Look at the deep low post position. Can't do anything but grab it.
Yeah, number 11 in scoring in the NBA, number 8 in rebounding, and number 8 in blocked shots. I was waiting. He's number 27 now in free throw shooting at 85%. That's fallen off a little bit in the last couple of weeks. But still, for your center to be one of the leading rebound shooters, as Rafe LaFrentz will come in, and that'll pull Yao out even farther because LaFrentz has good three-point range.
Yes, he does. But you got to know, this is the third center for the Blazers in the first half to guard Yao.
Well, if you got him, more power to you.
He wears them out one by one, doesn't he?
Give up the fouls. 51 seconds. Aldridge again. Aldridge misses. Yao with the rebound. 43-42. Rockets with a chance to take the lead. Scola gets it down deep. Tries to go up with it. He's fouled by LaMarcus Aldridge.
It's a great job by Scola that time for just running the court, finding an open spot.
You know, Scola, we talked about him shooting that open jumper, Clyde, but he really looks comfortable. When he gets the ball, puts his back to you, he can really operate down low in the paint.
Yeah, he's got low post skills, and I think that's an underrated part of this game. But Yao Ming usually occupies that part of the floor.
Yeah, good point. Here you see the Rockets getting to the line more because they've taken the ball down low more. And Scola with both free throws, and the Rockets have taken the lead by 1. Rockets trailing by as many as 8 points. They've come back now to lead. Martell Webster trying to get it to Brandon Roy. Battier making it awfully tough. Aldridge on the jumper. Misses again. Battier tips it over to Yao. And the Rockets can go for the final shot down to 14 seconds. Seconds down to 4. Rafer Alston will throw it up. That didn't hit anything. But the Rockets ended the quarter on a 15-6 run in the last 6.5 minutes. That erased that 8-point Portland deficit. And it's 44-43 at halftime, Rockets. Stay with us. The Lexus Halftime Report is next. Don't go away.
Hey, welcome back to Toyota Center. Kevin Eschenfelder with you. And time now for the Lexus Halftime Report. You know, we have so often talked about all that Dikembe Mutombo has done in his native land of the Congo, from the $29 million hospital to building schools. And tonight we hear from some of the people that he's helped out the most.
There was always a lot of teammates. I have been in the Houston Rockets. It started with our owner, Lex Alexander, who stepped in face to do something big that so many owners didn't do for me before, by doing more fundraising and more awareness. Then I came with Joanne and Tracy McGrady and Yao, who kind of contribute a lot.
This is ranked at the top. This definitely ranked at the top. This guy committed, as we all know, a lot of money out of his own pocket, but he also got a lot of people who contribute to make this possible. And to be in the building that I can say my friend, who also I call my brother, built from ground up, it's an honor to be here. And I will always remember this day, and I will cherish it for a lifetime.
It's very impressive. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's terrific. It's in a particularly crowded and poorer part of the town. I think this represents a tremendous contribution to the city, to badly needed healthcare services, and this is going to be a state-of-the-art operation that is unlike anything else that exists here right now.
His main interest in his speech was to talk about his mother, how his mother, what she had given to the family. It is in many ways an amazing project because a lot of people have dreams, but he had a dream and he realized it.
I'm so proud of all of my friends and family members for the love and support that they give to me to achieve my goal, to have my vision becoming a reality.
Lex's halftime report continues, and it's going to be a pretty prestigious class of 2008 in the Basketball Hall of Fame. First-time nominees, Hakeem Olajuwon. The dream will go in on September 4th. Hadn't been made official yet. It will be made official at the Final Four, but he'll be joined by Patrick Ewing and most likely Pat Riley.
Rockets were able to ease a point ahead at halftime here over the Portland Trailblazers, and it's really been a battle between the two inside guys. Yao Ming only has 7 shots, but he's produced double figures.
Yeah, double figures.
Yeah, and has done pretty well at getting his shot, and on the other side it's been LaMarcus Aldridge. But Yao has been steady.
Yao is very steady. 5 for 7, 12 points. He's been really unstoppable. The Rockets have got to find a way in the second half to get him more touches.
And LaMarcus Aldridge started missing a few jumpers. That's not one of them. That's the easiest shot he had tonight.
I tell you what, he's long and he's tall. 7 for 17 in the first half. He got 14 points. Rockets have done a pretty good job on him. But look for LaMarcus Aldridge in the second half to step it up because they run that high pick and roll with Yao Ming in the point guard, and he's going to get that top of the key shot all night long. Look for him to make more of those in the second half.
Tracy McGrady with only 2 points.
And Rick Bronston, 2 points. Our starting backcourt, 2 for 10, and we're still up by 1 at the half.
Yeah.
The defense has been great.
I think that's going to change here in the third quarter, and we'll be back with that quarter in just a moment right here on FSN Houston. Well, we welcome you back here at halftime. And Clyde, what's the Chili's essential ingredients for the second half of tonight's game?
Well, first of all, the Rockets have got to get more touches for Yao Ming. He's 5 for 7. They've got no answer for the Great Wall. They got to get back in transition D. This is a young and very athletic Portland Trailblazer team. And lastly, they got to defend the high pick and roll a little bit better than they did in the first half.
Well, let's go see if Bart is scribbling or dribbling.
Well, Bill talked to Jack Sikma, and he said they do want to do a better job defending that high pick and roll, but more than anything, they felt like the guys just came out flat, reading their own headlines a little bit here lately, and they wanted to pick up the energy the way they did to close out the first half.
Okay, Bart, thank you. And Jack Sikma, of course, echoing what Rudy. Remember, Rudy used to call it happy feet.
You ring.
Get happy feet.
Happy feet.
Just get to reading those headlines and that great copy. And there's a good pass to Scola, and he missed a little privy. Good pass by Tracy McGrady.
That's an easy point-blank layup. I'm sure Scola would like to have that one back.
Oh, you know it.
Great execution. Sometimes, though, you can have the best execution and just don't make the shot.
That's right. Aldridge, high over Scola, good defense, but Yao tipped it out of bounds, could not hold on to the rebound.
We had Pritzabilla hanging on his right side of his body.
No, Pritzabilla wouldn't do that. There you see the first half points in the paint, almost, doubled up. The Rockets have to do a better job of that in the second half.
that could mean the difference between winning and losing this game.
Steve Blake. Good defense by Houston to start it off. Blake misses and Battier. So those first two possessions, Joe Przybilla is called for his third foul of the game. Don't ask me what it was. I didn't see it.
Now that was big because, you know, he's a starting center. He does a pretty decent job on Yao Ming. And to get his third foul on something that ridiculous, I'm sure that doesn't make head coach Nate McMillan very happy.
Rafer Alston starts off the third quarter. He must have heard you talking about him with a three-pointer.
Prove me wrong. Knock it down. I like it.
Two players in the first half in double figures. Yao had 12. LaMarcus Aldridge had 14. And Steve Blake outside, a pure point guard, but he can shoot when called upon. Aldridge open again, and he misses again. So now, he was making those shots in the first half. Can he continue to make them?
7 of 18, his confidence is losing confidence.
Bad pass by Rafer. That ball must have rolled off his hand, but he threw it down around Scola's ankles.
A little bit too low for a big man.
Yeah, you get it up a little bit, it's okay. Off that pick, Brandon Roy, good pickup by Battier. Roy to the middle. Roy with the left-handed shot. And when Yao went out to contest him, that left it open for Przybilla on the tip-in.
That's what the Blazers like to do, create some penetration and send those two big boys to the offensive board.
It's effective.
Very good.
Rafer coming around to Yao pick. He misses the shot. 47-45 Rockets. Steve Blake right back down. Goes, oh, good steal by Scola. In the open court, Rafer racing to the basket for two.
And see, that third foul on Przybilla was big there because he was afraid to go after Rafer's shot on the break.
Come on, he couldn't catch Rafer.
Oh, he could have, but he didn't want to pick up that fourth foul and be on the bench.
Yeah, that's right. Guys looking for those minutes. Martell Webster.
Off the pin down. There's nothing special about that. Coming off the pick, firing.
2-point Houston lead. Yao working on Przybilla. Passing it out. Rafer's open again. Rafer hits again. Well, that'll stop that defense.
Go to work.
Yeah, that's right. He's wide open. They're choosing to double off of him. Blake giving it up to Przybilla. Back outside again. That ball never touched the rim. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Aldridge. Nobody picked him up. He was just all alone.
Well, he's missed his last 10 shots, so they're going to let him shoot that. He didn't really want to shoot it. He was so wide open, he was forced into shooting that.
Reluctant shooter.
Yes, he was.
T-Mac misses again. He's really off tonight. He's not even close. 1 for 7 to Tracy.
No, I think he's got to get a little bit more aggressive in taking the ball to the basket.
Yeah, I think taking it to the basket would cure a lot of those.
Even post him up a little bit.
Martell Webster. Blake on the drive, knocked out of bounds by Rafer Alston. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Great defense by the Houston Rockets. They seemingly have the Blazers discombobulated there.
Brandon Roy will bring it in. I don't think Webster realized it, and you heard his coach yell, shoot it, and Webster did. And it's a Rockets 1-point lead. Grady, another jumper. This time he hits. He got a little closer.
Yes, he did. He was on balance. He squared up nicely on that shot and knocked it down.
McGrady with 4 points. Brandon Roy. And a whistle. And the foul is on Shane Battier on the push. And Brandon Roy will shoot 2 foul shots.
Boy, is he smooth. Going to the basket, going left. He goes left like a left-hander. But he pulls up for the little mid-range jumper. And I think that's one of the things that make Brandon Roy special. He has a great mid-range game. He can shoot threes, he can take it all the way in, but he can stop and kiss it off the glass if he sees a 7-footer ready to block a shot.
But you know, Battier's done a terrific job, I think, because Brandon Roy has only 8 points.
Yes, he has.
Now that's pretty good.
I think that's great.
And he misses both free throws. Roy has averaged 23 points on 51% shooting from the field against the Rockets this season. Battier really did a number on him in the second half of that game up in Portland. Scola gets the rebound and cradles that basketball, and the Rockets get a new possession.
Scola just wants it more than everyone else. That's why he gets it.
Now, working to the middle with a jump hook, and it's just off the iron. Tough luck shot.
Almost. A soft little touch up there, baby.
Brandon Roy, hesitation dribble. Almost a steal it is by McGrady. McGrady up ahead to Rafer. Rafer right back to T-Mac to the rack. And a timeout taken by the Blazers. Defense by the Rockets creating a slam dunk at the other end, and the Rockets lead by 5. Here's your score. Rafer Alston has 8 of the Rockets' 12 points this quarter, and he's assisted on 2 others. Can you do that, Clyde?
No. Nor would I even try.
You could hurt yourself.
Looks like a little belly dancing number to me.
Trying. So Rafer Alston getting the Rockets off to a good start. It's all about adjustments in the NBA, and the Rockets probably just said to Rafer, hey, they're playing off of you. You're going to have to hit some shots.
Skip has risen to the challenge so far.
Brandon Roy with the basketball will work on Battier. Turns, fires, misses. T-Mac. Martell Webster trying to stay with him. McGrady turns the corner. T-Mac. Yes.
See, that's when Tracy's at his best, when he's attacking the basket.
That's entirely correct. When he moved in and got that close jumper, then got the slam, he may get in his rhythm now. He's got 8 points. Scola almost knocks it away. Biggest lead of the game for the Rockets, 7 points. Aldridge, little short jumper, got it inside the defense.
Rockets did a good job on the ball, but the weak side that time fell asleep on Aldridge.
T-Mac has the last 6 points. Almost got it the last 8. Just rimmed that one out.
Notice the Rockets came back with the same exact play. I like it. Milk it. Milk it. Until they show you they can stop it.
Right. Martell Webster and a reaching foul on Tracy McGrady. His first foul of the night. He's picked up his defense intensity here in the third quarter.
Oh, look, you know that's going to happen in an NBA game.
Aldridge and a foul on Scola. And for Luis, that's foul number 2. Correction, that's his first foul of the game. It's about as long as he's ever played. He's played 26 minutes and just picked up his first foul.
I tell you what, there's a lot of, speculation. If they started Scola, would he be able to play extended minutes? And the answer to that has been yes.
Well, he's having to learn how to play by the NBA rules. Aldridge going to be short on that shot. Battier clears it. He struggled with that a little bit early in the season, picking up early fouls on, there's a holding foul by Martell Webster. But he was picking up a lot of fouls that would have been allowed in Europe.
And it's always an adjustment for every NBA player, whether you're coming from college, Europe, Asia. It was an adjustment for Yao Ming. It took him some time to learn how to stay in the game. And so Scola naturally had to learn as well. And I think he's got it down now.
Rafer looking inside, goes all the way. He was waiting for somebody to pick him up, and nobody did. And a little teardrop for Rafer Alston. He has 12 points.
So he gets into that lane, and he's going left, and he shoots it with the right hand. Tough shot, but he makes it look easy.
Rockets up by 7 again. And the basket is good.
They just can't get away from these pesky young Trailblazers. Yep. They don't quit.
Yep, they don't. That's why they've been hanging around. In December, they were the darlings of the Western Conference. T-Mac outside. The Rafer's open again. Rafer hits another three-pointer. Rafer Alston with a 13-point quarter. Wow. Basket counts by Przybilla.
I tell you what, Rafer keeps doing that. They're going to quit doubling from him. There's a great pass from T-Mac. Rafer's wide open, and he's making him pay. Get him out that zone.
Travis Outlaw will check into the game now. Aldridge is now 9 for 22, so they're going to see if Outlaw can fill that position. Since the Rockets are leaving it open, they're going to go small, huh?
Yep. Outlaw's a pretty good jump shooter, so they're going to see if he can get it going as well. And at 6'9", I mean, he's still a pretty good defender.
Called a lane violation on Scola. John Goebel. Everybody was in the lane. I don't know how you pick out one guy.
Well, the crowd is not happy about that.
So Przybilla will get another chance. Rick Adelman saying, why did you pick him? Well, he missed it anyway. One of Przbilla's strengths. Only 69% free throw shooter. 63-58. Battier's open, launches a three, in and out again. Ball took a couple of looks. Jarrett Jack to Brandon Roy into the corner. Three-point attempt won't go. And the long rebound to Rafer. He's off to the races. McGrady turns the corner. McGrady back outside. Rafer floats it up, and 3 seconds call on Yao Ming.
Rafer's got to shoot that.
Yao thought he would.
I know. He never moved.
Well, the Rockets starting guards, we talked about it. They had only 4 points at the half. They've combined here for 19 points in this quarter.
You don't think they do?
Yep, they did.
They made a cognizant effort to come out the second half.
Przybilla inside. Where's he going to go with it? 3 seconds. They're going to call it on one end, call it on the other. They did. Timeout on the court. 2:42 left to play in the third quarter, and the Rockets lead it 63-58.
Welcome back to Toyota Center. Rockets lead the Blazers by 5 here late in the third.
Hey, who's that right there? Is that Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Texas?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you mean Keith Jones with the Argyle sweater?
Yeah, he's got the preppy look tonight.
Oh, the Harvard look.
It looked like he's a fraternity boy from Arkansas where he went.
Well, he did. He just came off the tennis courts, man. There's a three-pointer, and Scola with the offensive rebound. And Rafer tried to get that ball up there in a hurry, and it would not go. So good hustle by Scola to pick up the rebound. He has 7 to lead the Rockets. Channing Frye to the basket for 2. He said, I'm not going to shoot it outside anymore. I'm going straight in.
See, that's what that little pick and roll. Look for the Blazers to exploit that a little bit more in the second half.
Rockets couldn't put enough baskets together now to put Portland away. It's only a 3-point game. So reset the shot clock from 11 seconds to 14.
You got to show that again. How often you see a big guy, 6'11", kick the ball, lands on the ball, and falls down?
That's pretty tough.
That's hard to do.
Pretty good dexterity. Brady's picked up by Przybilla. Down to Yao. He's got a mismatch. And he's fouled. Good smart player. Tracy McGrady, as soon as he saw that switch, he got the ball right down to Yao. Yao's upset he missed it.
He delivered that ball quickly, precisely, high, and Yao got exactly the shot he wanted, just couldn't get it to go down. But he did get the foul.
Carl Landry preparing to check in for the Rockets. Now with 13 points, Scola. Good third quarter for Luis. 9 points, 7 rebounds. And he'll sit down. Now Landry will come in. Landry will stay in with the first teamers. Now gets them both. Rockets are 10 of 13 for 77%. 2 of 7 for the Blazers for 29%.
There it is, the high pick and roll with Fry.
Trying to get the ball to Brandon Roy. Boy, Battier is staying with him all the way. And Roy just having a difficult time as Przybilla with a loose ball foul.
Battier, as you said, doing a wonderful job defensively against Brandon Roy.
And once he got picked, wasn't it a good job by Landry to pick Brandon Roy up?
It usually takes great team defense to stop a magnificent player. But Roy has only shot the ball 9 times. It's 3 of 9, 8 points so far in the ball game.
So with a 15 foul for the Blazers, both teams are in the penalty here in the final 112. And now with 2 more. Aldridge will come in for Przybilla. Free throws in a row for Yao Ming. 16 points, 15 for Rafer Alston, who's having a huge third quarter.
Yes, he is. Playing magnificently.
Traveling on Channing Frye. That's the 9th turnover by Portland. The Rockets have 10. So both teams have kept those turnovers down pretty well. Under a minute left to play in the quarter. T-Mac. And a holding foul inside as Yao took off after the pick and roll. He was grabbed.
Well, that's a new wrinkle by Rick Adelman and the Rockets. Yao's been setting that little high pick and roll, but that time he left early. He slipped it. And so the defense wasn't ready, so they had to hold. Otherwise, Yao gets an uncontested dunk at the basket.
And Channing Frye got a lot of jersey. And Jimmy Clark says, I've seen that before.
He was in great position to see exactly what Frye did. If you're going to do that, at least try to hide it if you're Frye.
Yao's 6 in a row. 8 for 10 from the line for Yao Ming. 18 points. Biggest lead of the game for the Rockets. Outside to Channing Frye again. Jared Jack, shot clock running down, 6 seconds, down to 5. Jared Jack has to put one up and it's in. That's a pretty good shot there. The Rockets got what they wanted, but Jared Jack was able to get the jumper.
Jared Jack is a very capable jump shooter. Shoots 43% on the year from the floor.
Difference of about 5 seconds, shot clock, game clock. 9 seconds. Yao will come out to set the pick for T-Mac. Tracy. A little too hard for Yao Ming. Boy, that ball looked like one of those fastballs you would see.
On the run, that high for Yao, not going to happen.
In and out. 1 second left, and Rafer will hold on to it. Well, the Rockets outscore Portland 25-19. Rafer Alston and Tracy McGrady combining for 19 of Houston's 25 points. And it's 69-62 as we go to the final period. Rockets lead it as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Time to check in on tonight's AIG Big Man Watch. And it started with defense. Ended with Tracy McGrady on the slam.
High above the rim. He looked good on that one. He had some elevation.
Yes, he did. Now the Rockets are 26-4 when they lead after 3 quarters, but the Trailblazers have won 11 games this season when they were trailing after the third quarter. That's the second best record in the league in that category. Cleveland is number 1. So you can't count the Blazers out. Even though the Rockets have the lead, they've got to be careful.
Rockets have the lead, but they have not been able to take a defining, decisive margin of victory here. And this team, if you let them hang around, they're going to be dangerous at the end.
Sergio Rodriguez in the game now, along with Aldridge. Fry will set the pick out front. Jared Jack. Bonzi Wells is checked into the game. Carl Landry has picked up Jared Jack to point guard. Guarded him pretty well, and Jared has to take a 3, and Bonzi with a rebound. How about that job Carl Landry did one-on-one with the point guard?
Wonderful job. The Rockets were switching everything. And Landry ended up with Jack and did a great job on it.
Yeah, gets the ball away from Rodriguez. He'll swing it around to T-Mac. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Now coming out high. He gets his man pinned inside. Little jump hook. Oh, that's beautiful. Just beautiful.
Great execution. Tracy McGrady on the high pick and roll. He's a great entry pass passer, and the pass made that happen.
5 assists for T-Mac, 5 for Alston. That's what they average, 5 assists a game, and that puts them in the top 25. The only team to have 2 players with 5 or more assists. Good defense.
Great defense by McGrady.
T-Mac gets a pick from Landry. Down to Yao again. Yao turns, has it hit from behind and off Landry's hands. Yao has the last 8 points scored by the Rockets.
Look at Yao with the Shanghai shake. Yeah, they got it from behind. We never saw it.
No, he didn't. Steal by McGrady. Oh, he has been spectacular here in the second half defensively. Bonzi takes it inside and goes down hard. And what's he holding, his knee?
His knee. I think they collided knee against knee. Bonzi may have gotten the short end of that stick. Boom, right knee to knee, yes. Inside on the left knee, that hurts.
Well, usually when a guy gets injured, he misses that first free throw.
Oh, yeah, because you balance, your knees are your balance, and that's really the foundation of your shot.
Attaboy, Bonzi. Good concentration.
Way to go, Bill.
Now he'll miss the second one. And Scola will come into the game, and Yao will get a breather. Yao has played 32 minutes. He averages 37 a game. So he will sit down. They haven't substituted for T-Mac yet.
No, he's playing so well. Leave him out there.
Good concentration by Bonzi Wells. He's hit all 3 of his free throws here tonight. The Rockets 16 of 19. They've done a good job from the free throw line. 11-point Houston lead. Sergio Rodriguez gets it down to LaMarcus Aldridge, picked up by Scola. Scola, good defense, and the ball goes out of bounds. Rafer will bring it up. 9:38 left to play in the game. T-Mac
hear Rick Adelman how him fist out pick and roll between Scola and McGrady.
Bonzi, 5 seconds, goes to the hole. Missed the layup.
One of those moves where you had him, but you missed your opportunity.
He didn't have enough English.
No English at all. Didn't quite cut the mustard, shall we say.
And Scola with a reaching foul. That's his 3rd of the game. Brandon Roy checks back in. Jared Jack will go out. Rodriguez will stay in with Roy. Aldridge. Travis Outlaw. Outlaw will be guarded by McGrady. Scola and Aldridge. Outlaw misses. And the rebound goes to Bonzi. Portland has missed its 4 shots in a row now in this quarter.
And the Rockets defense is stiffing up.
Scola got it. Luis with 11. And Nate McMillan says, wait a minute. This guy is not supposed to hit those shots from out there. He needs to call a timeout. The Rockets with their biggest lead of the game trying to put this one away in the 4th. Rockets up by 13, 8:44 left to play. It's time to check in on tonight's AIG Big Man Watch. Joel Przybilla, you expected Yao to have more points. Przbybilla's done a pretty good job on the boards.
Yeah, the Rockets are going to get the better end of that matchup every night. Yao, the premier center in the league. Przybilla, not bad, but not big enough, not strong enough to handle the Great Wall in the low paint.
And in the second half, the Rockets doing a little better job down in the paint. Still not enough to make up the edge that the Blazers had in the first half, but the Rockets have found the openings in that defense enough to score. Yao Ming with 20 points and 6 rebounds, as you saw a moment ago. So Jared Jack back into the game, picked up by Rafer. Aldridge, Channing Frye, Brandon Roy. Working on Bonzi Wells. Good defense by Bonzi.
It's amazing when teams need to score, they get the ball into the hands of the best player.
Down on the floor. Jump ball. Great hustle by Carl Landry.
That's what the good teams do. They try to get it to Brandon Roy and isolate, get him into their offense. He's the player that's going to ignite their comeback.
Watch this. Well, when he gets his hands on it,
forget it.
Clark Kent couldn't take it away.
I agree. Carl Landry is aggressive. He is a loose ball getter. If it's on the floor, he's going to go get it. Scola has a lot of that in him also. Between the two of them, they'll come up with it.
Landry should win this tip. If it's thrown properly by David Jones, and it is. T-Mac will set the play in motion. He'll stop, jump it up, hit it. Tracy McGrady now has taken a little more interest in this game here in the second half.
Well, you can see him starting to get a little pep in his step.
Yeah.
He can still light it up on any given night.
It started for T-Mac with his defense.
Yes, it did.
He got him a couple of steals that got him going, some easier shots. Do you know what's amazing to me? We've got 7:54 left to play in this game, and Brandon Roy has only 8 points.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of that has been Shane Battier, but Bonzi's done a good job too.
Yeah, they're paying particular attention to everything he does out on the floor because he's the one guy that you know will beat you.
There's Landry coming out on the double team. And Brandon Roy was able to get it back, and he's fouled by Scola. So Luis with 4 fouls in this game. So really the only thing Brandon Roy's been able to do is get to the free throw line. Now this will be free throws number 7 and 8, but he's only made 2 of those.
When you're having a tough night, everything goes bad.
Now, Bonzi has made it tough on him, so Battier will come back in, and Landry will go out. So Bonzi will stay in with Battier, Scola, T-Mac, and Rafer. Trailblazers are high in the league, as you saw, number 9 in free throw shooting, but tonight only 33%. Woo. Press by Portland. T-Mac will shoot the 3. Got it. It's going to be a long 2 as he shot it over Travis Outlaw. And Outlaw's a long, tall guy at 6'9", and he couldn't block that shot. T-Mac with 12 points. Aldridge. Rockets do a good job of very active hands, the way they slap at that ball, and
very active.
You know, if you bring that ball down around your waist, you're going to pay. Yao Ming will check back into the game. Brandon Roy massaging that left shoulder.
One thing the Rockets do is they protect their areas very well. Every player helps his teammates out, and they help each other. If one guy drives, the other guy helps out, and they recover very quickly.
There's Bonzi drawing the foul. Brandon Roy back at the line.
The good teams like the Spurs, the Pistons, they help and recover so quick, they make you think they have 6 guys out on the floor.
And they do a good job of slapping that ball away. Chuck Hayes is probably the best in the league, and there's Landry getting some advice again from the elder statesman, Dikembe Mutombo. Brandon Roy gets them both. He has 11 points, so he's finally in double figures. And we have 7:13 left to play. 11 points for Brandon Roy.
Portland in the trap. They're trying to change the complexion of this game and get their team to be a little bit more aggressive.
Brady fades back. Short. Aldridge gives it right back. Jack turns back inside. Yao was waiting on him. Outlaw with the jumper. Great defense by Houston, but Aldridge gets it back. Tries to put it up over Yao, and he does. So a second opportunity as LaMarcus Aldridge with 20 points.
He's not going to give up. He's going to keep shooting the ball. And the Rockets just do a good job of boxing out, getting that offensive, that defensive rebound. You can limit their chances.
6:20 left to play. Back to Yao again. T-Mac. Yao comes back out, sets that pick for Tracy. Over to Rafer Alston. Rafer, the little rainbow up there, won't go down. Ball is loose, but Portland comes out with it. Brandon Roy takes it to the middle. Blocked by Battier. What a defensive play. Bonzi back the other way, and he's fouled. What, did you see Battier make the play of the year?
That was a wonderful play by Shane Battier, and that's his true value to this team.
A great crossover move by Roy. It looked like he beat him to the basket. Battier recovers and blocks it, and the Rockets have the lead. 79-67 Houston, 5:48 left to play. Tracy McGrady had only 2 points at the half. He's got 12 along with 5 assists and 4 rebounds.
This is how he's done it. Off the pick and roll, in rhythm, on balance. Then he gets a slam dunk that gets him going a little bit, and then he takes off. The long-range jumper. Once he gets his confidence, there's no one better than Tracy McGrady. Look at the difference. 1 for 6 in the first half, 5 for 9 in the second.
3 steals here in the second half, too.
He and Rafer Alston really have picked up their game here in the second half. Now you see Coach Adelman giving him a few words of advice.
Well, for my money's worth, Shane Battier just made the play of the year defensively. You know, Shane Battier was not on the defensive NBA all-defensive team this year.
That's a shame because night in and night out.
How can that be?
I agree, Bill. He was. That's an obvious omission.
Who votes on that?
Supposedly,
must not be anybody's had to face him.
The secret panel.
Oh yeah, that secret panel. Bonzi gets the free throw. Bonzi will have one more. tonight. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. The Rockets are 18 of 21. One of their better games from the line, 86%.
Just was informed that the head coaches vote for those types of things.
They do.
They usually do.
Well, how can he not be on the starting all defensive team? There's Brandon Roy with a miss. What a number he has done on Brandon Roy tonight. With help, of course, because you don't do it one-on-one in this league, but still 11 points for Brandon Roy. Now to Yao Ming. Gets inside of Aldridge, back the other way, and he's fouled. What a nice move by Yao Ming. Got Aldridge pinned on the line, went back the other way.
Yeah, it was too big to let him operate in the paint. If you do, you're going to have to foul him. Aldridge is a nice player and a pretty good defender, but Yao is too big, too tall, and too skilled up.
Next year, of course, they'll have Greg Oden to throw on Yao Ming. But, you know, in the summer league, Greg Oden had some problems staying in the games. He was foul prone in the summer league this year, and I still think that may be a problem for him getting acclimated to the NBA.
Yeah, most new guys coming in have to get acclimated to the speed and the pace of the NBA game. And it doesn't take long for the good ones. I think Oden will be a good one.
Well, you stepping out on that limb again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's way out on the limb. He's a true 7-footer who understands how to play the game. Very, very intelligent young man.
He's got that Akeem-like quickness when he jumps.
Yes, he does.
Not the offense, but certainly the defense. And there's a foul on Bonzi.
The question is, will he still have it when he comes back from the surgery with his knees? Those are the things you worry about in a young player when they have injuries to their lower extremities, when they depend on their athleticism.
Travis Outlaw misses. Boy, this is a night from the free throw line Portland would just as soon forget. 41% from the free throw line for the Blazers. We showed you earlier they're number 9 in the league in free throw shooting at 77%.
Every team will have a night like this. You just have to try to overcome it by shooting the ball better from the floor.
Yao takes it up and in and one. Yao Ming.
Hey, Clyde.
Yes, sir?
When was the last time you saw a 7'6" player make this kind of a move?
Watch the move. Oh, Aldridge.
That's a move that you'd be proud of, Clyde.
He didn't quite break any ankles, Bull, but that was a pretty good move for a 7'6" guy.
What was that piece of clothing that Aldridge left on the court?
That was an unmentionable.
Oh, okay. Yao Ming with 25 points and 7 rebounds. Outlaw to the basket, and he's fouled on the play. The foul is called on Bonzi Wells. That's the 5th foul on Bonzi.
You got to give the Rockets a lot of credit. On both ends of the floor, they've been exceptional.
You know, Bonzi has the all-time record for most points by a Trailblazer in a playoff game. He had 45 against the Mavericks back in April of 2003.
I remember that. I watched that game on TV.
Now that's 3 more than Clyde Drexler.
You know, back when I played, we usually have teams closed out in the 3rd period. I rarely played in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is a playoff game.
I know.
But
on the road now it was different, but at home.
You had 42 against the Lakers in 1992.
I got lucky every now and then.
Against the Lakers in 92, he's doing something.
Oh, yeah.
There's a block inside. Brandon Roy comes out of there with it. Aldridge, back to Brandon Roy, and goaltending on T-Mac. 4:07 left to play, 86-72 Houston.
The Rockets can't get careless here. The Blazers with a little token trap.
Double team on T-Mac. Make him give the ball up. Got to get into something. 5 seconds down to 4. Rafer sets up Battier from the corner. Boy, how do you run it any better than that?
That's called great execution.
Boy, they took 23 seconds off the shot clock and then got a three-pointer. And Brandon Roy comes back, and now the defense is slacked up a little bit. Roy's going to try to get to his average.
And he will do that. He's got 15 already.
Bonzi well. Rockets will pull it out again and take a little more time off the clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Yao comes way outside. Now the double team.
You get 3 seconds on Yao.
Well, I don't think he knew what the Rockets were doing. He thought they were going to shoot. He kept going into the lane thinking he was going to get a rebound and got caught.
You're in a tough situation because you want to use as much time on every possession.
Aldridge again with the miss and the rebound to Rafer. 2:48 left to play in the game. T-Mac will get it across the line. He hasn't been sub for here in the second half, has he?
No.
I think he played the whole way.
Entire second half. I like it.
In the corner, Battier again. Shane Battier, back-to-back threes. All 5 starters in double figures.
See, that's the way you draw it up. Everyone must contribute on a nightly basis.
Aldridge blocked by Yao, but a foul on Yao Ming. Second foul of the game on Yao, but Shane Battier helps put the finishing touches on this Houston win with his second three-pointer in a row. Welcome back, Toyota Center, as one of the youngsters here showing us off his muscles. I know Clyde would do that, but doesn't want to take his suit off. Well, so far tonight, Yao Ming with 25 points in the game. In the last 5 home games, Yao has averaged 28 points in those 5 home games. And I know a big deal was made of the fact that the Rockets did not play as well at home as they did on the road, but Rockets trying to dispel that myth.
Well, that's changing quickly with each and every game.
They're just saying, hey, look, we're just a good road team. The Rockets have won 8 games in a row on the road, and they're going for their 7th win in a row. They've got some ways to go, though. Portland jumped out on the scene as the young team of the future by winning 13 games in a row in the month of December. And Nate McMillan, you know, they were sitting at 5-12 when they had that 13-game winning streak, and all of a sudden they got hot. Yeah, they announced to everybody, hey, we have arrived.
We're still here, guys.
Yep. So the Rockets have a ways to go to get 13 in a row. They'll almost have to stay in the playoff picture. Steve Blake.
I always say you can't get 13 until you get 7.
That's right. They got 7. Let me tell you, folks, come out here Wednesday night. The Rockets have really enjoyed having a full house, and that helps at home, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
Sacramento is a hot team right now because they've got everybody back. Bibby's playing well. Kevin Martin might be as good as there is around in the league. Artest, Brad Miller. That's a very good Sacramento team, and they've been playing well. They just destroyed the Utah Jazz a couple of nights ago. Steve Novak, Carl Landry checking into the game. As Tracy McGrady will finally lead the game. 12 points and 6 assists for T-Mac.
You know, people may look at those numbers and say, those are not McGrady-like numbers. But I think he did exactly what he should be doing. And that's, he was a facilitator tonight. He played great defense. He rebounded. He just played an overall spectacular game.
And Rafer Alston also. Look at the second half Rafer's had. 14 points. Make it 15 in the second half for Rafer Alston. So he has 17 in the game. He and T-Mac really came alive in the third quarter.
Yes, they did. And Skip getting it done in the second half when it matters the most. And that's what you do at home against good teams.
blocked by LaFrentz.
He thought he was fouled on the play, but you don't get that one when you're up by 17.
No, not in the final under 2 minutes left. The referees want to get out of here. But you got to play some defense. So far, 25-16 in this quarter by the Rockets. Tonight's Landry Signature Group Rockets player of the game, Yao Ming, 25 points and 7 rebounds. I don't know if he had a block.
Yao is so steady. I mean, he can basically get it every night. With those numbers, that's pretty much close to his average. But he was the difference maker in tonight's game. 7 of 11 from the field, 11 of 13 from the free throw line, 25 points, 7 rebounds, and a lot of intimidation.
Yeah, he has been able to work them over inside, and 9 free throws missed by Portland here tonight. Mike James in the game along with Aaron Brooks. 2 excellent free throw shooters.
It's all about running out the clock now for the Houston Rockets.
This will be the 3rd win in a row over Portland, so the Rockets will win the tiebreaker. Loose ball foul is called on Landry. And this is will be the 7th straight win for the Rockets. The first time since they won the final 7 games of the 2004-2005 season. So the Rockets with a 7-game winning streak, and they've won 12 of their last 13.
You know what? I think right now they're feeling pretty good about themselves. And they have a reason to be. I think Rick Adelman has righted the ship. They got off to a shaky start. And I think he now knows who's going to play for him. He now knows the talent level of each and every player that's on this team. So give him a lot of credit for getting it right before the All-Star break.
He also knows he's in the West, and he's 31-20 and still not in the top 8. He's tied with Golden State, but Golden State has the tiebreaker.
Of course, with Phoenix and the Lakers both getting better, Dallas and San Antonio linear elite teams.
You're saying Phoenix is getting better. You're assuming that's once Shaq.
Absolutely. With the addition of Shaquille O'Neal, how can you get worse?
The Suns had to hold on to defeat Washington last night. That was a tough win at Phoenix. Basket is good by Martell Webster.
That's because they're playing short-handed. No Sean Marion, no Shaq.
Yeah. And a foul is called. Landry will go to the free throw line. Well, the Rockets are number 4 in opponents' points per game, 93. They've held the Blazers to 81, and this is another team that they've held under 90 points. And they're number 2 in opponents' field goal percentage, just over 43% a game. And tonight, Portland shooting 45%. So the Rockets have really been playing better basketball, but we looked at this part of the schedule and said this is where you were going to have to play better because you weren't playing as good of teams and you were playing a lot of home games.
Exactly.
Rockets had the toughest schedule in the league early.
First month was a hard month, shall we say.
Well, the Rockets are just doing what they're supposed to do, yes, but you have to do that in this league.
Yeah, and every team will go through that at some point during the season. You can't press Aaron Brooks. He's too quick.
So the crowd standing up. The Rockets win their 7th game in a row and go to 31-20 on the season. Final score, the Rockets 95, the Blazers 83. Stay right here. Coming up after the break, we'll have complete post-game coverage on Rockets Live.